Hello everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to make these little wonderful dragonfly magnets. Here's your list of items that you need, tools that you need, and with these little amount of beads you can make a beautiful little handmade magnet. Little dragonflies. Alright, so to begin, the only thing you need is a magnet clasp right here. This is only half of one. You need an eye pin. That's the pin with the eye on it. And you need a head pin. You need a pair of wings. There's lots of different kinds of wings you can use. Here are just some examples of some wing beads. So we got the big wings and we got some copper wings. Here's some little baby wings. Just an assortment of wings. So any one of these wings will work just fine. This first one we're going to make is going to be made with these wings, copper wings. And then you need a 6mm round bead for the head. Some kind of teardrop type shaped bead. Now this isn't a teardrop, but it's kind of like a teardrop. I'm going to use this bead here for a body. And then for a dangle, you need, well, you can use lots of different things. You can use little hearts or stars, or for this one, I'm going to use a bicone and some little seed beads. So, and then the only tools you need are some needle nose pliers, some round nose pliers, and some kind of wire cutter. Okay, so let's begin. So I'm going to take these out of here. And I usually start with my body first. So you take the eye pin, you're going to hold it in your hand this way, and you're going to put your bead on here. Now if you're using a teardrop bead, you're going to want to make it so that the fatter part goes up. So that it's like so. Because you're going to want it to taper down. Okay? And then you put the wings on, and I'm putting these wings on upside down because I think it looks more like a dragonfly this way. And then you need a head bead. Okay? And you take your round nose pliers, and you stick them right above the head there. And you're going to bring this down and tuck it behind. And then here's where you need to put your magnet on. I like to put the magnet on after I make the loop, because otherwise it's usually hard to do it with the loop on, with it on there. You don't make as clean of a loop. Okay, so now I got my magnet on there. I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna grab a hold of it, and I'm gonna wrap this around here on top of the head. This is the part that takes a little practice, but after you do a few, you'll get used to it. And then you take your wire cutters. And you snip off that little extra piece there, being careful not to cut your loop. So you can, if you don't get it too close, you can go back in with your needle nose and just tuck that little piece in, so it's not sticking out. So here you've got your body. Okay, now you're gonna take your head pin. That's the one with the, not with the loop on the end. And I'm going to, you can do pretty much anything you want with your dangles. You can make it just one bead. You can make it multiple beads. There's lots of room to play here. I'm making this one which is a little extra fancy. So that's what I got there. So then you're going to take your round nose pliers again and do the same thing. You're going to bring it around and you're going to wrap it around. Now these are really flexible head pins. I love these head pins because they're so flexible. So nice and easy. Okay, so now you have your bottom. So now all you gotta do is take your body, flip it around, and you're gonna find where the eye pin opens. Okay, mine's opening here. Open that up just enough to get your little dangler in there. And then close it back up. Ta-da! So there you have a dragonfly magnet. You can stick that on your fridge or your locker or whatever, your water bottle if it's metal. Anything that's metal. I make these and I give them away as giveaways on my Whatnot channel. You can find me on Whatnot. I'm Floral Michelle. I sell beads and I do giveaways. Here's your parts list. I'm actually going to make a couple more just so we can go through the process one more time. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get up there to 50 subscribers so I can do live shows, because that's much more fun. In the meantime, you can find me on Whatnot. I do live shows 3 nights a week. On Saturdays at 2 p.m. Pacific time, on Sundays at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, so here I have some green beads. We're going to make a green one. So I have just some assortment of beads here. I have some bodies. Here's a teardrop for a body. And I have some heads and some danglers. So I'm just going to grab my eye pin here and let's make a baby. Okay, so I'm just going to put this little 4mm pin on there. And then I'm going to stick this little tiny check bead, fat side up. And this one might be cute as a baby. So we use these little baby wings, which means I need a baby head. So we'll use this little cat's eye. Isn't it, darling? All right, so I'm going to make my loop here. Get my pliers right up there next to it. Bring it down, around, and make a loop. Then you want to put your magnet on. So these magnets are just magnet clasps. You can buy them at jewelry making supply stores. Or on Amazon or wherever. They're actually the most expensive part of this. Come on, buddy. There we go. We get it in there. And of course, the magnet's going to try and stick to your pliers all the time because they're metal. Just wrap your loop around there. All right, this loop is a little bit messier. Get in there. There we go. Tuck that loop back in there. So this is not the neatest loop. And to practice doing this, make a bunch of dangles. You can pre-make your dangles and have them ready to go. And so here I have some that I pre-made. And this gives you practice wrapping by making little dangles. So you can see here I've got flowers and some hearts, some butterflies. Just a nice little assortment of pre-made little dangle babies. And since this is a pretty little dragonfly, I think we're going to use this little tiny butterfly. Oh, don't close your loop before you get it in there. So there you go. A little dragonfly with a little butterfly dragon. Yeah. These make fun little giveaways. Or you can sell them. I find people really love them a lot. Okay, so let's make a dragonfly with bigger wings. I think we'll make this one green too. So in this one, you see I put 2 beads there. And you can do that. You can do 2 beads. You can do however many beads you want. Just so long as they go from smaller to larger by the wings. So since this is going to be the bigger wings, let's put this one on here. This little teardrop and this teardrop. And you know, there's things that you can do to spice these up a little bit. Like I'm going to add in just a little demi bead in a copper color, just in between the 2 beads. Just that little bit of spacer, kind of gives it some, you know, division on the thorax there. And you put your wings on. And now I need a bigger head because these are bigger wings. Bring it down and around. And so with magnets, you can get all kinds of magnets. So there's heart-shaped magnets, there's colored magnets, there's the clasp like this one. I find that these ones right here work the best because they're nice and strong. My hands are ice cold, so I'm having a hard time holding on to these things. Okay, get that on there. I'm going to wrap that pin around. This is the hardest part of doing these. These are so simple if it wasn't for this part. You got it to get it to go around at least once. So if you have too short of a head pin or an eye pin, this is going to be difficult when you use the 2 beads. See, I want to be careful. I almost cut the wrong spot there. Alright, get in there. There we go. And that one's not sticking out too bad, so we're going to leave that one good. Magnets will stick to everything. And let's go ahead and make a different dangle for this one. Okay, so I'm going to use a flower as a dangle on this one. So before I do that, I want to put like a, I don't know, let's say a purple bead maybe. Put a purple bead on there, and then my flower bead. So that it creates a little thing there. And then I always like to put like a couple seed beads or little beads on top, just to kind of create a little bit of a stem when I do a flower dangle. Yeah, so let's just say like 4 seed beads. So now this makes it a little bit trickier when you go to do your loop around here, is because you got little seed beads. Sorry, I got magnets sticking in there, making it so I can't close my pliers. All right, there we go. Just gonna pull it down here, and then just bring it over the top, down around on the top of the bead, and wrap it around. Make sure your beads stay below your wrap. That one came out really well. Cut off your extra. Make sure you don't shoot it in your eye. Okay. Then we're getting this one here. Don't you think about it, cat. I'm just going to close it back up. And there we go. Super cute little dragonflies. Minimal amount of supplies to do so. Make great gifts. People really love them. You can personalize them and do whatever you want to do. Be sure you like and subscribe if you like this video. And you can find me on Whatnot 3 nights a week. I'm Floral Michelle. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.